ever wonder why Amhadu Bello has the title Sir and Awolowo and Azikiwe do not? Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. When I was growing up, it was awkward to see Northern Muslims with the title Sir prefixed to their names. I thought the title was reserved for Christians, as Knight and the Roman Catholic Church are dressed as such. Nigeria's first Prime Minister, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, bears the title Sir, so do Amhadu Bello and some Northern elites. But curiously, I observed that those who ought to bear the title, being Christians, do not have it. Nnamdi Azikiwe and Obafemi Awolowo. I thought to myself, why would Amhadu Bello be called Sir and not Awolowo or Azikiwe? If the title was even awarded for their independence struggle or based on their status as leaders of Nigeria's three major ethnic groups, then why deny others and give to one? As I grew older and learned more, I understood better. The title Sir is not reserved for Christians or Catholics. It is not a secular title derived from the secular feudal tradition of Europe. It was awarded when an individual is knighted or rewarded for his service to the kingdom or empire. In this case, the British Empire. The British Empire was the colonial power ruling Nigeria when Amhadu was knighted. Subject of British colonial Nigeria who relate well with the British rule and interest are recognized and honored. There was a mutually beneficial relationship between the British colonialists and the Northern ruling class. Being a member of the Northern ruling class and leader of a Northern political elite, Amhadu Bello's politics was not confrontational or antagonistic to the British as that of Awolowo and Azikiwe. Amhadu Bello was more tolerant of the British. Amhadu Bello was the leader of the Northern People's Congress, NPC, and the pro-Northern Nigerian political party that supports and protects the interests of the Northern ruling class, which has a good working relationship with the colonial government. Some of the courageous nationalists to demand independence for Nigeria were from NTNC. Chief Obafemi Awolowo led the action group AG. Like NTNC, Awolowo and his party were very critical of the colonial government. These men, Awolowo and Azikiwe, in the context of this discussion, do not qualify to be knighted by the British. Their political strength and activities were not in the interest and progress of British colonial rule in Nigeria. They were more of a threat. The knighthood was not awarded to them, but accorded to the Northern elite who had a working relationship with the British. Denying them the knighthood is not a tribal or religious issue. There are Southerners and Yoruba and Igbos who were knighted by the empire. Among them are Sakitoye Ajasa, knighted in the 1920s. Other Yoruba men like him who were knighted include Adetokunbo Ademola and Kofo Abayomi. One of the prominent Igbo men to be knighted during the time was Sir Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu. There was Sir Louis Mbanefo and Sir Akanu Ibiam. The fact that these Igbo and Yoruba men were knighted is evident that the British had no problems with these groups. They just don't appreciate Awolowo and Azikiwe. The character of the politics of Nigeria's nationalists and founding fathers was less different. Some were passive and less aggressive in their nationalism, while some were more intense and gave the British more trouble. Amhadu Bello was more passive and less aggressive to the British. He and others like him were knighted by the British crown, while others who gave the crown headaches like Awolowo and Azikiwe were not knighted. That is why Amhadu Bello is called a Sir and Nnamdi Azikiwe and Obafemi are not. This is a topic now that makes me keep saying this. I do not know, and I have not understood the motive behind scrapping history as a subject of our academic board, of our education system. Sincerely, a lot needs to be learned. This is like, a breath of fresh air. Something like this in our educational system will go a long way, sincerely. There are many people who have been given wrong information and they keep running with it. Now, apart from this article, there are many, many people and some things that we have been told that is not correct and we hold on to. And these things form the basis of our argument whenever issues arise. Yes, this article, I cannot say it is true and I still cannot say it is false. Sincerely, it is looking true until you see someone now that will come and counter it that no, this is actually what happened. That is why I am still saying it really sparks, sparks a flame anytime you want to really find out the truth about something and it is like, why will something as big as Nigerian history be scrapped off schools? Like, you cannot, for you to get it now, many mistakes have been made. And there's this popular quote that is popular, and I believe it is also one of Nigerians' issue. History will keep repeating itself until you learn. Until you learn it. And that is it. This particular pattern, you have been following it for a very long time. It is easier for you if you have records. Something happens this year and happened last year and happened the year before. Now, it takes someone who keeps his records to go back and say, no, something like this is about to happen again. It happens 2 years ago, it happened last year, and it's going to happen again. What do I do to counter it? He goes back and says, oh, this is the pattern it took. So let me disrupt the pattern so it is not going to work like this. And he sees the outcome. Now, on this particular issue, there were people that were tolerant, as written in the article now, that they were more tolerant of the British. For reasons I do not know. But the truth is that the British came and they ruled Nigeria. And they had no interest. I will keep saying this. They have little or no interest to help Nigerians. These people are like, how am I going to put it now? They are like hiding behind their kindness or their virtue for whatever purpose they came for. They did not come to help, as people would know. They came to take, to steal. That is why whatever that is happening in Nigeria today, they benefit from it. And of course, this one Nigeria, they are benefiting so much, I tell you, from it. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.